Hey y'all, I'm back with a memory planning process video, and this is how I'm documenting the year of 2020. And so in this video, I'm at the end of January, beginning of February. So I'm happy to be moving out of the month of January finally. And the reason I chose memory planning for this particular year was one, to change it up. Two, I liked the templates that Retro Hip Company came out with just because they're super simple and you can kind of use it as a blank slate. And if you don't have enough photos, you don't have to worry about pockets. You can just kind of create a layout with the photos that you do have, or you can use those boxes for more of a like memory planning style. So I went with this style for this year. I am going to do monthly project life for year 2021. Right now I'm using Sapphire ink by Close to My Heart. And then I'm also using Peach ink, I believe, from Close to My Heart as well. And then I'm using the large outline Jane alphabet stamps. And then I'm using this date, I think, I don't remember exactly what it's called. I'll have to link it if I can find it, but I'm using a date stamp to fill in the dates. Now I'm just going through an ephemera drawer that I have that has a bunch of printables. And so I put some different things in here, but the majority of the things that I'm using are from Retro Hip Company, and I can link these things down below as well. It's from one of the most recent magazine issues that she came out with. It's really neat. If you purchase her magazine, her digital magazine, you have all of these printables and labels and stuff that come with it, which is really nice. So I will link those down below. I'm also going to pull some washi out from Studio Calico that I think I may use. And right now I'm just kind of looking at the spread to see how do I want to lay this out. I don't always follow the rule of putting the photos in the perfect date, like the perfect box of that particular date, just because I don't want to always have to adhere to that. I want a little bit of freedom, but sometimes I do put the photos in the right. I try to at least keep them on the right side. So if whatever the photo happened at the beginning of the week, I will try to keep it at the beginning of the week or that first page. But that's not always the case. So I'm also using some of the papers from the Retro Hip magazine issue. I think it was issue 16, I believe. I could be wrong, so I'll link it down below just so that we're sure. And I'm just going to tear off some of these papers. They were already trimmed down, and so what I decided to do, these were also printables too. I don't know if I mentioned the papers, the patterns being printables, but these were printables, so I printed them on some pretty, I think the paper, if I can remember correctly, I think the paper I used was like 32-pound paper, which is a lot like copy paper, but it's just heavier weight. But I'm not 100% sure. I think it was either 32-pound or it was like a 65-pound, which is just a lighter weight cardstock. But I'm almost positive that it was the 32-pound cardstock, which I will link down below as well. I am using some labels as well, and those are from that same, all the colors kind of match. So the printables that I'm using from the same issue kind of match and go and coordinate and really complement each other. So I just going to go ahead and glue everything down now that I have a few of my pattern papers where I want them layered, plus just kind of and then I have the whole layout down where I'm liking it. I'm going to go ahead and adhere things down. So sometimes I'm a little bit braver and I do adhere things down before I like see it all come together. But for this particular process in a lot of my memory planning, I say a lot of them, like I've done so many, I think I've done like 4, but for some of these I do like to kind of see it all together. So now I'm just going to kind of continue with the embellishing. I'm just going to grab different things from my stash. I have some of these stickers from Studio Calico that probably came in a kit or maybe came in my Black Friday sale shipment. And then I'm going to look in my sticker drawer a little bit more just to see if I find anything else. I did find a couple of cardstock stickers also from Studio Calico that are arrows. I'm going to add those. I like that a lot of the embellishments or a lot of the stickers that I chose are are complementing the patterns that I have on here. And so I just paid attention to that. I really liked navy. I really liked the color navy and the peachy pink color. So I tried to stick to that. Then of course I added some other colors in the mix as well. This is where I use the grid washi tape. I am going to do this, I think I'm going to use this in threes, and I do that a lot with my embellishments. I don't know if it's consciously though. I think it's more subconsciously where I just my eye seems to like that, and so that's what I go for. So it's kind of just something that I just do, and then I go back and I realize like I've done that like I've done that before. Um, and so for this instance, I just added some washi tape on the right side, and then there in the right side on the bottom, towards the bottom, and then upper left hand corner, and then a little bit behind, peeking out behind a photo, just so you can see, so your eye kind of moves around the page. I did something sort of similar with the pattern paper, but I just went ahead and did the top like right hand corner and bottom left hand corner for the patterns that are kind of layered. And these are definitely not rules. It's just kind of like what I'm drawn to. I rarely, lots of times, and I guess I'll say this, which will make a little bit more sense, instead of kind of like the rule of threes, which a lot of people do, like the triangular rule. I do a lot of like opposite end. So if I put like a photo in if I'm doing a 12 by 12 layout and I put a photo in the top right hand corner, a lot of times I'll do a lot of embellishing going diagonally. And so for this particular embellishment, or for these embellishments on this page, they're all around the page because of all the photos that I have, which is partly why I like doing this style. But if you kind of look at some of the photos, you'll notice how a lot of things are stacked and clustered together. So I hope that makes sense. I am going to go ahead and use this stamp from, I believe it's Feature Craft, and it's one of the stamp sets that I think it's all about home, and I think that was really, it actually came out a long time ago before COVID and before people were um, stuck inside their house and stuff like that. But I think it's a great, of course, at this point, we had not experienced COVID here in the United States. So, not that I'm using it for that reason, but I love these little houses that are uh, just stacked. And so I'm going to use some gray ink from Memento, and I'm going to stamp those out. I really love that gray ink. And then I think the next thing I'm going to do is pull a couple more stamps that are from that same stamp set and use that Memento ink again. And then I think that's pretty much it. I had a blast creating this. I just kind of took my time and had fun with it. Didn't really have a path. I just kind of played around, and this is what I came up with. So I hope you guys like it. I will talk to you guys very soon. Also, I want to mention I'm sharing some Reels and Instagram videos that I'm not sharing on YouTube. And so definitely follow me on Instagram so you can see some of those. So I will talk to you guys soon. Bye.